Unit 6, Standard 1, Level 3. So in Level 2, we had learned how to graph a system of equations as long as y was alone in both equations. In Level 3, we are going to now be able to get our y by itself in each of the equations before we graph. So I'm going to go ahead and label each of these equations, one in each box. I'll use purple for the first equation. X minus y equals 5. And then blue for the second equation. 3x plus y equals 3. And before I can graph, I have to be able to get y by itself. So we are going to subtract x from both sides. So I have x minus x goes away, and I'm left with negative y equals negative x plus 5. Then I need to divide by negative 1. So that I can really get the y to be all the way by itself. That leaves me with just y equals positive 1 over 1 x, and 5 divided by negative 1 is negative 5. So y is all by itself. Let's go ahead and identify what's the slope and the y-intercept. So the slope is always the number in front of the x. It's 1 over 1. The y-intercept is the number all by itself. So 0, comma, negative 5. And I'm going to go ahead and graph that line on this plane. So I start with 0, negative 5. And then I'm going to count the slope from that point. Up 1, right 1. Up 1, right 1. And I'm going to go all the way across. And draw my line with a straight edge. Time for the next one. I need to get y by itself, so I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. Leaving me with y equals negative 3x plus 3. So my slope is the number in front of the x, negative 3, and as a fraction, we put it over 1. And my y-intercept, 0, comma, and the number that's all by itself, 3. To plot this, I'm going to start at 0, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to count my slope from that point. Down 1, 2, 3, right 1. Down 1, 2, 3, right 1. And then use my straight edge to draw a line. The solution is the point that they cross at. It crosses at 2, negative 3. Let's do one more. For the next problem, we actually need to make one little correction. This should be a positive 4, not a negative 4. Does not come out nicely if it's a negative 4. but we're going to proceed the same. I'm going to write one of my equations in the first box. Remember, I give you these boxes during our notes to kind of help train our brains to know what to do to solve these problems. But you do not get these boxes on the unit assessment and the standard check. So it's important that you do enough problems that you are able to do it without the little hints that are written for you. We need to get y by itself. So in the purple equation, that means subtracting 7x from both sides. That leaves me with negative 2y equals negative 7x plus 4. Then we're going to divide by negative 2 all the way across. And so we have y equals negative over negative is positive. 4 over negative 2 is negative 2. So my slope is positive 7 over 2. And my y-intercept is 0, negative 2. So I'm going to plot the point 0, negative 2, and I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and to the right 1, 2. I don't have enough room to do it again, but what I could do is I could go the opposite way. Instead of going up and right, I can continue and go down and left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. Then draw my line. If when you went the opposite way, all 3 dots don't line up, then that means that you have counted one of your slopes incorrectly. So go back and take a look. Let's try the blue equation. To get y by itself, I need to subtract 12 from both sides. And I get 6y equals 3x minus 12. Divide both sides by 6, and we're going to go all the way across. We have y equals 3 over 6 is 1/2 x, and negative 12 over positive 6 is negative 2. So my slope is 1/2, and my y-intercept is 0, negative 2. So let's plot that point. 0, negative 2. Well, look at that. I've already got something on the other line. But we have to keep going. We go up 1, right 2. Up 1, right 2. I'm going to go all the way across. And draw my line. These lines cross at 0, negative 2. So that's my solution. 0, negative 2. Take a look at the classwork for level 3.